Hi everyone, Philip here. Just wanted to go over some of the things for the off season for the winter and just say thank you again for another wonderful season. Thanks again for just allowing us, trusting us to take care of your RV and earn you some money, hopefully. Some of you obviously did better than others, and we're doing our very best, of course, to keep your units rented and earning both of us money, because it doesn't do us any good to sit here. Now, moving forward, it is September, and I have your statements and everything done. I want to go over a few things real quick, and I'll put that in the email, and I would really appreciate quick responses so I know what you would have me do with your unit and how you want me to handle and or facilitate certain things. So, for those of you who don't know, the Arizona location, I no longer have it. I shut the doors down in the beginning of June. That's a different issue, a different reason, but we no longer have the Arizona location, so that means we only really have the 3 or 4 months of prime rentals in Colorado Springs at this time. So having said that, I need to know what you want to do with your units. Do you want me to sell them? Do you want me to store them? Do you want this, that, or the other? So let me give you the list of things that I'm going to have. And like I said, I'll list these things in the email and just answer yes or no to them so I know what you would like me to do. So one, if they're going to stay here, what I would prefer is that if you can take your unit between now and say March or April to your house, or you have a location or what have you, I would prefer that, so that way they're not sitting here and just kind of collecting dust or what have you. I will be charging each of my owners a storage fee each month. I believe that will be $50 a month, but I know the owner of ProTech is needing the space right now because of hail damage and whatnot to other vehicles, so that's why I'm trying to get as many units out as possible, not to mention so we're not having to base storage. So one, if you were deciding you want to leave it here, which again, if you can take it, great. If not, that's fine. But let me know if you would like me to keep it here for the winter months. I believe it's $50. I will confirm that. Hopefully it's not more. But I will be taking those funds every month. Normally I would just let that ride till the end of the year. We'd get squared up or whatever. But last year I kind of fell behind on making my storage payments. So I don't want to do that this year, and I just want to make my payments every month. So if you do plan on keeping the RV unit here to store it, then I will be collecting, and I'll get a card from you or what have you, and I'll collect at the end of the month, and we'll get you paid up and your invoice marked as paid. Now, if you are taking your unit, if you would still like me to rent it while you have it or whatnot, or keep it listed, of course I'm going to keep everything listed on the website, and I'll get to that here in a moment. But if you want me to keep renting it now, logistically, if a rental comes up for your particular unit and it's at your house or what have you, I will notify you. I will let you know the situation, and then you can decide if you want me to rent it or whatnot. If it does go to your location, though, it needs to stay clean. If you use it, it needs to come back to me clean. Again, you know those rules. If you use your unit and you don't bring it back clean, we charge you guys to clean it or whatever. So they're going to go to you clean. So just be aware of that. But we'll get to that as well. So if you do decide to take it, let me know that you're going to take it and store it for the winter time, and then we'll cross that bridge when it comes, and we'll go from there. The third thing is going to be insurance. This is a big one. My insurance company requires me to keep full coverage till October or September 30th. What I would like to do is cancel anyone that's going to be taking them or what have you. I'd like to cancel them in September, because then I'm not paying the full month for the full rate when I know we're not going to get a whole lot of rentals. Trailers are going to be a little bit different. We'll have a few rentals through October because of hunting, but for the motorhomes, not a whole lot. And you can check your calendar to see what is going on with your units. If you don't have that link, let me know. But if I can cancel insurance, I would like to. Now, having said that, if you were gonna, that comes back to those who are gonna keep the units here as well. I will cancel the insurance likely October 1st for certain. Or if I know they're not gonna get rented or whatever, I will cancel them as soon as possible. Again, because I have no Arizona location, it doesn't benefit me to keep the insurance policy running in the off season. So there's two ways I can do it. I can put it on winter rates, which is basically half the price of what we're paying now. So we would split that, but I prefer not to, because I don't need to have any overhead. And or full rates, or I'm sorry, the normal full rates, which that seems silly. and then the no rates. Now, if I cut your rates off entirely, if you're over 10 years old, I'm not sure that I can get your unit back on. And I'll address that here in a minute as well, some of these units that are older. So I need to know what you want to do with insurance. Usually your personal insurance is going to be a million times cheaper than what my policy is going to be, even in the off season. So I would encourage you to check that out. Even if you decide to store it here, that's fine. If you put a personal policy on it and it's covered, that's great. Let me know what you want to do with insurance, because again, I will likely, come October 1st, I will probably cancel all of the policies. So please let me know what you want to do with the insurance, and I'll be in touch with you before I cancel the coverage and say, hey, you're not covered and you don't know it. So I'll let you know that. The last thing I was going to say is, of course, winterization. If they're staying with us, or if you want us to winterize, let me know if you would like us to winterize. I think it's $75 a coach. If it takes 2 jugs, it's like $100, something of that nature. So it really just depends on how much time it takes us to do it. Usually takes us about an hour, hour and a half. So $75 is generally what we charge to do winterization. So if you would like us to winterize your coach come October 1st, let us know, and we will take care of that as well. We'll just bill you for that. What else? There was one other thing. So rentals in the off season. So again, not having the Arizona location, that changes things a little bit as far as prices and all of that. Cruise America is dirt cheap in the winter, and I generally don't try to compete with Cruise America. I don't consider them competition. I send a lot of business to Cruise America in the wintertime because they're like $90 a night. So I don't really try to compete with that. Now, if you really want your RV or trailer aggressively rented, and you're like, just rent it for whatever, $50 a night or whatever, send me that price. What you would like me to put the winter rate as, if you're trying to at least offset your costs, make payments, or what have you. Again, factor in, if it is getting rented, that means we're still going to be paying full rates for insurance, etc., etc. So it kind of has to make sense. But let me know what those rates are. The companies that I generally look at as far as competition are up in Denver. So I'll look at the trailer companies up in Denver and see what they're renting their trailers for in the winter season. Some of them aren't even open in the winter. And then B&B RV, I usually really look at their prices as to what they rent for. So again, if you would like me to rent your unit in the wintertime, or try to get you some rentals. Really, for the drivables, what I generally see is Thanksgiving, Christmas, the holidays, and then spring break in March or April, and then it picks back up again a little, here and there. It's hit or miss. It really all depends on the weather. So again, let me know that. If you'd like me to drop your rate, you can go on the website, see what your current rate is for the winter season, and then we can make adjustments if necessary. If you're not that concerned about it, I'm just going to kind of leave prices as is. Winter season is hard to do rentals anyways. It's cold. RVs aren't really made for the winter. Most people don't rent strictly because they don't have any running water. So that kind of puts a wrench in things anyways, and then generally we don't let people de-winterize them unless they're going to a warm climate. So if they're going to Florida, or somewhere south or whatnot, then we'll allow them to de-winterize it, and then they pay us to re-winterize the coach, but they are still 100% liable if, water pump breaks or whatever the case may be. So I think that covers everything that I wanted to go over. So again, sorry if the video seemed a little bit long. Again, thank you so much. Let me just make sure I go down that list. 1, are you going to keep it here with me during the wintertime, or are you going to take it to your location? 2, if it does stay here, or even if it doesn't, do you want us to winterize the unit for you? Oh, there was another one, and I'll get to that. 3, insurance. What do you want to do about insurance? Let me know that. And then the last one is if it is sticking around, or even if you take it to your place and you still want to try to earn some money in the off season, what are those rates that you would like those to be at, so we can aggressively compete, or whatever you would like to do. It's still your coach, and I'm willing to work with you on that. And then the last thing was seasonal maintenance. I forgot to mention this. Seasonal maintenance. Generally every year we do seasonal maintenance. Now, for the people that do the where we get the extra miles and gen hours and things like that, we generally cover the seasonal maintenance out of kind of a maintenance fund. But with the trailers, we don't have anything like that. So if you would like your RV maintained for the season during the rentals, I will email you what that looks like. Some of the things don't apply to you, but you can see which things do apply to you and apply to your coach, and you can tell us if you want us to do that or not. I'll send a quote with that as to what we would charge to do it. For those of you in the motorhomes or the drivables that are collecting the extra miles and the generator hours, same rule applies. If you want us to do that seasonal maintenance, I highly recommend it. Let us know. I will likely do tire rotations, and I will do front end alignments on all the drivables. just because they really need it, and I don't want to wear through your tires. So if you're collecting those mileage and whatnot, you'll end up paying for those things as well. Unless you tell me, hey, don't do those things, that's on you. But again, I highly recommend it, especially if you're going to be running with us next year. I just don't like to have these units wearing out tires or having horrible front end suspension problems. So I think that's all I've got. Again, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. If you have any comments, concerns, just let me know. And if you do come in and pick up your coach, make sure you schedule with me so you can come and get it. We'll go through it. If there's any issues or anything you notice, please just let us know. I mean, I'm more than happy to take care of things that we may have missed or what have you. I'm certainly integrous, if that's a real word. But anyways, again, yes, thank you. And then if you know any owners who want to rent, we definitely need some more drivables next year. A lot of Class C's. Our A's didn't do so well this year. And I will talk to each of the A owners personally and just figure out what they want to do. Oh, there was one thing. See, this is my brain. I'm so sorry. If you've met me in person, you know this is kind of how I am. I apologize. If you want to sell your unit, some owners have mentioned to me that they would like to sell their unit. Give me a price. What do you want to sell your unit for? Is it worth my time and energy to sell it? I would probably take 10%. I'm not really that greedy on that because consignment isn't our thing, but we're already kind of set up to do it. So we'll make sure the unit is clean. We'll list it online. We'll put it on Craigslist or RV Trade or what have you, and then we'll get it sold for you if that is something you want to pursue and or do. And again, some of you who are doing this is just an investment, so to speak. You're buying the trailer and you're just trying to make money on it or the motorhome or whatever. It may not benefit us to keep it during the off season. It really may not. So again, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, that's at least 7 months that you're probably not going to get a rental, and maybe, May, but that's hit or miss. So figure at least 6 to 8 months you may not get a rental. So to just pay storage and insurance, it may or may not be worth it. So if you'd like us to sell it and then, sell it, get rid of it, and then go buy another one next season, that's perfectly fine. Just let me know. Give me a price point. We can handle that for you and take care of that. And then we can work out a percentage. I would say probably 10% or something, but whatever you think is fair. So, sorry, I think that's everything now. I think I've covered all my bases. I will put all those questions so that way it's easier to follow. If you watch this whole video, hey, more power to you. I know your time is precious. And again, I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and look forward to talking with you. Yeah, adios.